Hey YouTube, Zippo enthusiast down under here. Today's video is just going to be a brief update on my brushed brass tarnish progress. This is the fourth week, or the end of the fourth week, of having carried this every day for a month now. So if you've watched my previous videos, you'll sort of see that this sort of look on the faces, the main faces, the front and the back, it's kind of looked like that for about at least a week or two now. What I've noticed most is the change happening to the high polished sides and the lid. They've continued to scratch and wear and sort of dull down. My favorite feature of this at the moment still is the high polish in the logo itself, where it doesn't get a chance to wear or scratch on anything because it's recessed down in there. But I'm at the stage now where I feel like the only sort of changes I'm really going to see is on these sides still. Just because in the last week, this face hasn't changed much. All I've really noticed is that the lighter and the darker spots seem to kind of change where they are depending on where I've handled it. So I feel like that's just about as far as it's going to get, but time will tell. I will come back to this at some point, but I'm going to be putting it aside for a while. May as well show you guys the insert of this one too. You can see it's pretty heavily scratched up. The brass has come off of it on both sides. It's fairly dirty down in the chimney and in the lid. Bit scratched up too. With my high polish one, I've actually noticed that the insert has not scratched up anywhere near as bad as this one has. But I have a video on the inconsistency on the quality of Zippos, and I guess this is further proof of it. Whereas like most Zippos, when you get them, they've got a little bit of wiggle between the lid and the bottom, where the lid can kind of knock against the insert. This has got a very minor amount, like almost none. The lid itself is actually slightly narrower than the bottom of the case, and that's why there's kind of like that unworn edge there where it hasn't tarnished or rubbed. It's probably still got a bit of clear coating along there, to be honest, so that's why there's that darkish kind of line there. But because the lid's a bit narrower, it's like super tight going over the insert. It looks like it's, you know, there's barely anything in that, so every single time I open and close this, it rubs on the insert. It's just further proof that, you know, not all Zippos are the same. Well, they're made in the same way. They all come out a little bit differently. Maybe not between each. Like, you might get a batch of ones with good lids, good hinges, batches of ones that are kind of loose, the inserts and that slop around, but between different batches, like what I've noticed in my collection is they're very different in minor ways, like between the insert and the lid and stuff like that. But that's all I really got to say about this lighter. While it is kind of hard to tell and it's kind of painful to go through my 4 videos to see the changes in this, I am going to have another go at doing these tarnish videos. I have a 41 replica in brushed brass also, where my main sort of thing I wanted to do was test out the 4-barrel hinge on it. But as I'm going through it, I may as well do maybe a photo or a brief video of it brand new, just for the finish. And I'll do an update through the first, second, third, and fourth weeks of the changes to the finish. So, and I'll put it all in one video, so it's easy to see kind of what these go through. Well, this thing still has got a little bit of fuel in it. It was dying on me two days ago or so. I've actually left this video a little bit late, so it's a little bit more than 4 weeks at the moment, but it's just been on the shelf. I'm moving over to my 35 replica. just to test out the hinge. So, been using this for a couple days now. Probably going to use it for a month or so, and then I'll do an update on it. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. If you liked the video, leave me a thumbs up. If you've got any comments, any requests or questions, leave it down below. I will get back to everyone. And subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.